Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is 15 American Things Europeans Find Weird, but done by the channel Get Germanized, or more or less this guy. He's a fellow German. He's been doing these sorts of videos, comparing US and Germany, and just giving insights on what life is in Germany, and even teaches German as far as I remember. And yeah, I think this is a video that he did, that just shows the differences once again. It's almost 4 years old, but it has over 3.2 million views, as you can say. So quite a lot of people are actually interested in this. I'd be more than happy to also give my opinion on it and let you know what the experiences are from another German. So in case you're interested in his channel, definitely go check it out. Leave a comment on his video. I'm gonna link it down in the description. And yeah, let's go.
People who approach me and say, "Hey, how are you?" That just triggers my inner German, and I need to respond, "Oh, thank you, I'm good."
I am bored. What should I do? Ich weiß.
Get Germanized.
That's a cool name.
A subscriber of mine, Keith, has sent me this really interesting Business Insider article with things that Europeans allegedly find strange or weird about the USA or about America. And since I've just been to the US, Georgia, actually, I thought, well, let's have a look if I agree or disagree with those points. So let's get started. Point number one, how are you as a greeting?
That seems to be a big thing. I mean,
Not a question. Yeah, that definitely tripped me up. Even in Australia, when I visited Australia, people who approach me and say, "Hey, how are you?" That just triggers my inner German, and I need to respond, "Oh, thank you, I'm good." Or, "Well, I'm a bit like under the weather." But by now I know obviously that maybe in Australia you at least say like, "Good, thanks," and you don't even say, "How are you?" back. That's how it works, right?
yeah, it's actually true. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have too much trouble adapting to that, but I definitely understand where it comes from. Because in Germany, if you ask someone, how are you, you would say, wie geht's, basically how's it going. You just even if you're not really close to them, even if it's just an acquaintance and not even a family member, not even a friend, you just give I don't know, you still let them know you didn't have a great day, I feel like. So I could definitely understand it, but I personally didn't have too much trouble adapting to that.
I'm incorrect, let me know in the comments, because this really is confusing for Germans and Europeans in general, I think. Point number two, ice cubes.
Oh, I love
Everything has ice in it, and mostly like the whole thing is full of ice, like 70% ice, 30% drink. I've noticed that, but I don't really mind, since I myself do that here in Germany as well. I like my drinks really cold and icy. I enjoy that, so I didn't find that strange, but maybe some other Europeans do. Let me know in the comments. Point number three, free.
Love ice cubes, but when I was in the States, yeah, definitely. I mean, when you go to a fast food restaurant, even though the regular serving size are much bigger, or the just for a drink, for example, than in Germany, far bigger. I mean, it's like our big is considered your, if anything, medium, if anything, right? But yeah, there's a lot of, Starbucks. Go to Starbucks. Greatest example.
Refills. Well, yeah, that is definitely something that we don't have here in Germany. Even if you order water, like tap water, which you don't do in Germany, right? You order sparkling water and then pay for it. But in America, you get tap water for free, and you even get refills for free. But not only with water, obviously, but with sodas. And I mean, alcohol probably not, because it's too expensive, but you get free soda. How cool is that? Like every time we went somewhere and I ordered like a Coke or something like that, and then I had it half finished, not even the whole thing was gone, then they refilled it. And I was like, what is this magic wonderland of free refills? And yeah, we definitely don't have that in Europe.
No, it's definitely, I could definitely confirm that is, it's just not the case. I mean, there are no free refills. The only place I ever got a free refill, and that was until 2010, was McDonald's. My closest McDonald's that I went to as a kid always used to have a machine where, not someone would, pick it up from you and then, give you a new one, but you would go there in person, just like in all the gas stations or the 7-Elevens you guys have in the States. You just you press it against something and then you get the drink out. That's how it used to be here, but they got rid of it as soon as they realized, it's, I guess, totally fine with the culture here. I mean, they're saving money like that, even though the drinks are absolutely horrible, because everything here is watered down. I don't know if that's the same in the US, but everything here is watered down. If you order Coke, it's never straight Coke. It's usually Coke with, like, honestly, at least 30% water. You could even see that going down the stream, like as it's pouring into your cup. It was black and white the entire time. And Coke is black; it's not white. So, that's true. And even tap water, you never get that free. If anything, let's put it this way: your dog gets more freebies than you yourself. If he's thirsty, then some restaurants give it no water. So he gets more. Your dog gets more than you.
Number 4, portion sizes. Make it super size, right? Make it super big. That is something I've noticed. Everything seems to be larger. A normal size here would be a kid's size there, and the other way around. So yeah, definitely something I noticed. Point number 5, certain food combinations like bacon and syrup. What? Or soda and ice cream, like what's it called, root beer float, right, and stuff like that. I've not tried that yet, but I heard about it. Haven't seen that happen in America, but they had some strange combinations sometimes, I suppose. I can't remember anything though, like pancakes and bacon maybe. That was something I've...
Yeah, but that's not, I mean, pancakes or bacon and what was it, honey? No, syrup, he said. Yeah, I can understand why that's weird. Or what do you say, ice cream and soda? I can understand that, but I mean, bacon and pancakes, that's I like that.
Found interesting. I mean, I liked it, don't get me wrong, but strange. Point number 6, the question game. For example, if you order a sandwich, you have like a million options to choose from, like different kinds of cheeses, different kinds of sausages, or like meats, or like just and breads, just that it is really complicated to order like a sandwich somewhere. But since we do have Subway here, we're kind of used to having a lot of options for different like things like that. So it wouldn't seem too strange to me, actually. I mean, I still wouldn't know what to order, but well. Point number 7 is...
Real quick, Germans hate options. They hate variety. They hate variety of everything. Seriously, I mean, they hate options. It's like, I always give an example. If you were to put a German into an American Walmart, right, and put him into, like, ask him to buy some pasta, and he would go in the pasta aisle, right? He'd probably see, fucking 50 different types of pasta, and he would literally freeze and be like, I don't know what to buy. It's the same with a fast food restaurant. I don't know what to buy, right? There's too many options. That's always what Germans say. There's too many options. In my opinion, there couldn't be enough options. Let's be real here. And the same with, by the way, Subway's dying out, so yeah, you can choose there, but no one really goes to Subway anymore. And even with, I mean, don't you like it that you have to ask more questions, you have to answer more questions before you get your food, but at the same time, I mean, everyone likes different things, and there's a good chance something on whatever you're trying to buy at the restaurant or at some fast food place you don't like. So if you when they ask you, would you like onions or no onions, mustard, ketchup, all that stuff, I mean, isn't that great? They always individualize it. So it's great. More options means more individuality.
It's a big thing I noticed. Tipping. We don't really do it here in Germany. I mean, we do it, but only if the service was exceptional. Then you give, like, I don't know, a couple of euros, I suppose. But I wouldn't know what percentage to give or something like that. When I was in the US, I was told that a good tip would be 20% of the main bill that you have to pay, which was a lot, I thought, and that's why food got so much more expensive over there as well. I paid a whole lot more than I would here just because I have to tip every time. And
well, you don't have to, as far as I understand. You can also just be an ass and not do it, but 20% if you're buying something, if you go to dinner for $100, and if you go to dinner with 2 people and you have a very nice meal, right, everything, with like 3-course type meal and drinks and all that, I mean, it can turn down to $100. It can become $100 right? $100 bill, a receipt. You get $100 receipt, and then you have to add another 20%. That's $20. So you get 120. It's a lot of money, but you're not forced to. Someone actually, as far as I understand, you're not forced to. Even here in Germany, you're not forced to. Someone said that in my comments. Someone from the States. So you know who you are.
I didn't want to be cheap, so I always gave 20%.
Wow.
Yeah, that is definitely something that doesn't happen here in Germany. Point number 8 is something I didn't notice, that the taxes get added at the register, at the till. So when you...
Wait, he said Supermarkt. So Supermarkt, that's the German version, supermarket or grocery store. Prices, supermarket prices. Interesting.
That the taxes get added at the register, at the till. So when you go through the supermarket, apparently you don't see the real price, what you have to pay, but it says this and that much plus tax. And then at the register, you see the real price. Yeah, that is different here in Germany. You see like the real amount that you're going to pay right away. Air conditioning, yes. Definitely something I noticed a lot. I mean, I enjoyed it because in Georgia during the dog days it was so freaking hot, but sometimes the air conditioning just felt like the freezer. I sometimes wonder, do they put it on ice cold because of me? Do they think I'm too hot otherwise? They must be freezing as well, I was thinking most of the time when someone did that, but I didn't say anything because I thought maybe then they'll change it, but they like it that way. So I felt really conflicted, and air conditioning was good and bad at the same time sometimes.
Well, that's a good point. The whole air conditioning here in Germany. Honestly, here I've never had good air conditioning ever. Seriously. Germans don't know how to make air conditioners, or if they do, like I said in a different video, they take the technology and then not use it themselves, right? But in the States, I remember when I was in Vegas and in the Hard Rock Hotel, that's where I was, the air conditioning was and air ventilation was so good. I didn't hear anything. It was so cool. It was perfect temperature inside. I mean, mwah.
Well, measurement system, yeah, definitely something I notice here. I mean, in the US, that you guys have Fahrenheit and you don't use the metric system. So very different. I don't understand it. I can't use it. Weird. Cashless country. Yeah, the US seems to be very cashless in comparison to Germany. Just yesterday here in Germany, I had the experience that I ordered food at an Indian place and wanted to pick it up. And then they told me that I can only pay with cash, and I had to go to the nearest bank and get some because I just got back from the US, and so I didn't really have any. And that was quite annoying. Something I noticed in the US is that you can pay for every little tiny thing with credit card. Even for a pack of gum if you want to. They don't care. You can just do that, and I really enjoyed that. Because here sometimes in Germany there's a limit, like you have to at least buy stuff for 5 to 10.
Yeah, it's mostly 10 euros, 10 or 25 euros, something like that. It's ridiculous.
$10 for you being able to pay with credit card or with like Maestro, which is like your debit card. Sometimes they don't even accept credit cards here. The insane range of options, even though I find that to be true.
I said I talked about this in the previous. I knew he was gonna make a point out of this. By the way, now don't get me wrong. Everyone has different, different preferences. Sure, but coming from a country where you don't have too many options, and I really mean that, in almost anything. I mean, how many fast food? Let's take a really dumb example. Fast food places. How many options do we have here? 3. We got Burger King. We got McDonald's. KFC, but even the nearest KFC the nearest KFC just shut down. The nearest McDonald's just shut down. So,
especially like in Walmart, you have like so many different options.
Yes.
Like cornflakes, like 20 brands or something like that. Chips, 20 brands, everything. But I think it's similar in Germany, but maybe not as excessive. The 24-hour stores. That is something.
Oh my God, the best. Seriously, now granted, I've been to the States 3 times so far and never really went somewhere after midnight, but just having the option Oh my god. I know it's not everywhere, even with Walmart, because they only really do the 24 hours in, major cities or supercenters or something like this, but just 24 hours that even that the idea is accepted there. The culture is great.
Something I really liked about the US, that you could go out at any time of night. I mean, I didn't really do it often, but I had the option to do it at least, and buy something anywhere. Walmart, 24-hour system, right? You can go there in the middle of the night if you feel like it. Here in Germany, you will have a much harder time to find a store like that. Some stores close at 6, and on Sundays everything is closed down except for petrol stations and corner stores.
Yeah. It's like everyone gets the day off, like almost like 95% of professions you get Sundays off, but you can't really do anything on Sundays, so you're bound to either go hike or chill at home.
Yeah, very different. The drinking age, definitely something I noticed. I mean, you can't run around with your drinks and just drink them anywhere like we can here in Germany, or in Europe in general, I think, right? And the drinking age is 21 in the US, and here in Germany you can drink beer by the age of 16. I think even earlier if your parents are present and say it's okay.
I don't know.
So very different. Hard liquor you can drink here with...
But definitely it's not looked down upon if you go to a restaurant and you're 14 years old and your dad orders a beer and you have a sip. Like no one looks down on this. But in the US, I remember when I was in the US, I was 18. I couldn't, like, there was no way I was gonna get some alcohol. No way.
The age of 18. So yeah, definitely something I noticed. Not taking vacation days. I personally don't know if that's true. My friend only had a couple of because she just started out in a new company as well, so she just had very few days she could take off from work, and that included her sick days as well, which was like insane to me, because the average amount of days you can take off a year here in Germany is like 26. You get that from your company, and to hear that someone just gets like...
Wait, did you say average?
It's like 26 amount of days you can take off a year, which was like insane to me, because the average amount of days you can take off a year,
average. Okay.
Just insane.
True, and some even go up to 36 days.
To me. And not taking those days either, I guess that could have to do with, like, in case you get sick, that you don't want to waste them and that you might need them, and so you save them up. But that, unheard of here. Definitely unheard of. If you're sick in Germany, then you get a doctor's note. That's that. But what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are there other points that you can think of what you think is weird about America? Or maybe you're American and want to say, oh, but this is weird about Europe. Let me know in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to get Germanized. Goodbye and auf Wiedersehen.
How do you express...
Well, yeah, certainly. I like that video. He's made some good points. I'm not gonna lie. We have our differences here and there. But good topics. I'm not gonna lie. Do you think some of them are actually ridiculous? I mean, when my biggest one was the options. Seriously, I mean, I love options in whatever I do. When I go to the store, honestly, when I go to the store nowadays, I'm not even excited anymore to go to the store. It's just so boring, and it doesn't matter what type of brand I'm going to as well, or what kind of chain. It's really just, you can always... I've said this, we haven't had, let's say Coca-Cola. Haven't had a new flavor in at least 10 years. Fanta as well. Monster, for example. Monster, I think we haven't gotten a new one the last 4 years or something like this. So these are just a couple of things, right? Yeah, seriously. But other than that, I like this guy. Definitely go check him out if you want to. And if you want to watch the original video again, I'll leave the link of the video down in the description. And yeah, that was 15 American things Europeans find weird, Get Germanized. If you want me to do a similar video like his, where I pick out some topics and I talk about myself, definitely let me know, and I could put on my list of things to do. Guys, take care. I appreciate every single one of you. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Auf Wiedersehen.